Nico and Olofmeister setting up 2 smokes here. And we'll see them delivered at this stage as well. They're going to fully commit towards B. Golden flashed off. The smoke's down towards the short area and the kitchen window.
Golden does manage to try and drop his smoke to make some space, but Brokey, he's made all the space he needs into the site. Already a double kill. Bombs being planted. The flank, however, is now vulnerable. Olof has been chopped off, and now JW catching another one, clawing their way back into the site. JW's under a lot of scrutiny, but how is he not dead? Finally shut down by Rain.
Yeah, a little bit awkward there for coldzera, but it should be enough to win the round here. That ding might confirm it. Flash down to 4, and Brolan will have to find nothing but 1 taps at this point, and the bomb is about the halfway point. They do not have the defuse kit available to them as Rain confirms things. Remember, Flasher already tagged. He's stuck behind the van. Could even be knifed for this point as coldzera.
Good timing on coldzera's peak. He knew the time was close. Nico and coldzera, these guys have been so deadly. Well, now it will no longer be the partnership we were just discussing. Flasher ensures there's no more damage to be dealt.
Oh, an incendiary is worth $600, bear in mind. So we'll see Crims now challenge first, and he knows the player going towards the pass, and there it is.
Wow,
he hasn't got a helmet.
that was a Glock.
Yeah, without the helmet, that can actually be quite deadly. So there's a chance now they can get a rifle here. I'm not saying they win the round, but another ding does come through. Flush it down to 58. This is getting a little bit alarming. Smoke down towards shore. They can focus connector now. Once the Olofmeister drop, there is a bit of a gap in the smoke. Wasn't ideal, and I'm sure the Fnatic will be fine here.
Yeah, where did Brolan's health go to? They've even got a... Dreams dash. coldzera, however, is thrown into a 2 versus 2. They can't get the bomb down, but they grab into weapons.
They have to.
Oh, they got it down! I didn't see Nico. He's actually making this round a possibility. I can't believe it.
It's coldzera and Nico on Mirage here in a 2-on-2. This was a full eco round with Glocks, 1 P250, 1 smoke, and they actually have the advantage now. The bomb planted. We'll see if coldzera nails his first shot. He's going to be firing off towards jungle. It's working out for him. Flusher now with 1 smoke, a defuse kit, a 2 versus 1. He has no information as to where the last 2 players are. A quarter left on the bomb. It looks like we're all done here. They've actually pulled a magical round off of just Glocks only as they rush towards his position. Don't like to see that.
Couple of flood nades lately.
That one. That's a big jewel for Crims to win. Early advantage now, all in Fnatic's camp. coldzera, there's no way he's going to go away with that one. Get away, excuse me, with that one. Flashed in by Crims. That's worked out wonderfully. And this round for FaZe does look like it's fallen flat. Should be the second for Fnatic, especially considering the aggression from Flusher. There's no way Nico's ready for that. And a second, oh, you naughty boy. Just Olof likely to fall. Just a matter of seconds. He's hunting for Flusher. He wants his old teammate, but he's never... Oh, I swear. If Flusher knifes Olof in the back, I'm going to scream. Oh, not interested. Not interested. Now know that 2 members of FaZe clan sit in the number 1 and 2 spots. Aggressive up middle. JW draws first blood, and he's going to just jump straight through the extinguished smoke. That's a lovely opening gambit.
And Nico going down again here. As a man we've been talking about a lot, he's been finding a huge amount of impact for FaZe clan, sitting at the top of their stats. He's out of the equation early, and well, Crims wants more. Rain
and Crims have been having this constant ships in the night situation, and JW has found another one. Mid-window's supposed to be the most... Oh, you're not checking it? Do you know who you're playing against? A nice little backflip from Rain.
Yeah, perfect form. Stuck the landing.
He's been in the gym, I know it. He's got his flexibility up.
Olofmeister trying to go for the nutmeg here. It does work out for him.
Exactly. That's a perfect example. You got to see it from Crims' POV as well. Huge advantage for Olofmeister and a huge advantage for Fnatic.
I had the next round, so he actually has more than that right now in terms of his Krieg, 3K, his helmet and armor for 1,000, so he might as well keep that.
So Crims is, taking a gamble. They know exactly where he is, and 3 of them going to peek. coldzera's even got the Krieg in mid. Brokey's found another with a Glock. They can't lose another one of these.
The Glock now is going to be finding yet another kill.
Oh, and Rain's even got Kevlar. The AK is going to be his.
And when he comes back...
I reckon JW gets this.
No
he knows.
way he clears this.
I kind of feel like he does. The fact he's got the all-power now...
No way.
Look at this. He clears the close corner. Bye, Nico. He doesn't.
He's got it. He's got it.
I nearly fell out of my chair. Oops.
I can't believe it. It looks like JW was more than aware, but coldzera, he certainly is. That's going to be a brilliant shot towards short. Brolan, last player remaining, couldn't be further away. Another eco victory.
What more do you want?
Just an extra sugar.
Bit of pageantry. He is a showman. And we will get into the final round of this first half. My God, this game has got it all. Crims, though, trying to add an extra spice as we push up towards middle. He's looking for a double kill. He's got another dink there. But still the equal trade for now. Rain down to 5 and flush up. Repositions, aggressive of course, trying to get the grenade towards top of middle, could be enough on towards Rain. Nico spots him, still wants to throw this HE, but he'll receive one in towards that short position.
Nico wins that trade, and wow, Flusher, that's impressive. Full commitment to the spray at that range with that amount of Nico showing he finds the head. 4v3. Rain's low. Should be the Fnatic 9-6, but should is the operative word, because look how segregated they are at this point. He can intercept the bomb delivery. JW can ruin everything for them, and Rain, he's got a bloody smoke out.
Knife him. Don't do anything else but knife him. Well, it's the bomb, to be fair.
Can't blame him.
Might as well kill that efficiently.
Olaf's position could have come into play here, but now that he's stuck in a 1-on-4, there's no hope.
Okay, well,
They know he's there.
Flush will be back to that in a second. Don't know where Olaf's gone. He has a suspicion he's here. He bumped into him in the smoke. They are nading him, and, well, that's one way to finish it off. 9-6. Ladies and gentlemen, this is some of the best Counter-Strike I've seen all week.
P250 armor. That's a legit setup. He's going to be looking to find headshots here from the palace position and become a prince. Let's see what he can do, Alex.
Ooh, it's Rain to find the first headshot. Just pops Golden like a cherry tomato.
Do they pop?
I mean, if you shoot them.
Or eat them whole.
Or eat them whole.
You could eat them whole. I actually ate them in bed after I brushed my teeth last night.
I am
naughty.
Such a
rebel. Woo! 5 versus 3, and Rain, he's just had enough. Trying to send him out of the server, send him packing. He wants double digits immediately, and he has. Brokey ensures it. We have ourselves FaZe 10, Fnatic 6. It's not old school Counter-Strike by any stretch of the imagination. Actively taking back ramp control now around that 1:20 mark, and there it is. First duel found. He'll lock them out with a smoke and force their hand. They have to advance now. Bomb is loose at the top of middle, so perhaps they need to bite my tongue, but that's a big win from Brawler, and he lives to fight another day.
Brolin has to double on back. They're not certain about this push, but that's a huge frag from Crims.
Absolutely massive. Clinical shot. coldzera waits towards Tetris, though. Will he be able to destroy the all day? I'm not sure this is enough. He does get one, but Golden looks like he's going to take him down momentarily. There it is. It will be a kill, a scrappy one, as JW catches a rotating Brokey. It's going to be Olaf Meister now to close things out. 2 versus 1. He knows there's one player to beat. Oh, he knows JW's on his way. This could be big.
Interesting 1v1 scenario, but the round will fall for Fnatic, and FaZe, they have to buy back up here. Brokey on the AWP. They don't have many Molotovs to work with, though. Oh, it's a fast cat split.
It's very fast. Oh, and they got blocked. Brokey didn't hold the line he was supposed to. They're already up short, but okay. Nico does get a bit of a revenge into the second half. Previously revolvered through the smoke in the same angle, but now he's gone and tapped the head of Golden. Just muscle memory and that crosshair placement looking spicy. So is Brolin's positioning. He's managed to get himself all the way into jungle so early into the piece. This could completely destabilize Nico, Rain, and Brokey's setup on A. JW shows some presence, and oh, he wasn't ready for Olaf at all. Advantage extended for FaZe into this 20th round. And Olaf wants more. He wants some info. He's going to play this passive line. There is absolutely no utility to speak of in CT. So Bullets will have to do the talking, and Crims has started the conversation.
Yeah, well, it's not a bad one to have at this point. Olaf Meister, he'll be sitting there on towards this B bomb site. M4 in hand, does get another headshot. And that's the moment Brawler's been waiting for. He is taken down in the end, leaving Flush in the 2 versus 1, but he wins these. Even with 11 points of health, he'll find a way. Makes his way towards Kitchen. Needs to make this a 1 versus 1 quickly. Knows the position of Rain from the trajectory of the Molotov thrown, trying to find his moment here. Doesn't quite nail it. Rain will take him down 13-7. Money will be quite weak now. Here, you can do it.
And tends to know.
It tends to know everything anyway.
And
he can actually do things for us and actually give us a proper answer.
It's amazing.
Nice. Either way, it's going to be Brokey to potentially find that 15th round for FaZe. Here's a couple of kills for the international squad. Today, Fnatic that is 16-2, was it?
I've got the answer here for the last time they were 16-2'd. They were 16-2'd back on the 16th of September in 2018 against Hellraisers.
2018?
Which Hellraisers was it?
It was the Hellraisers with Bondic, Angel, you've got Woxic in there, Dead Fox, yeah.
The good one.
Yeah, and that was against the Fnatic. The roster was Crims, JW, Flusher, Exist, and Draken.
Yeah,
like he was given such a nightmare spot in the team. He never got enough time to put himself on a pedestal.
The main AWPer for a while, then Oscar joined the squad, then he was down to a rifler. This is you're not AWPing anymore. I don't know why he's such a massive topic of conversation as we get into the next round here.
That's
3 kills to come
the end of
through.
the Dead Fox podcast, but Nico had done nothing to contribute to this stomping round from Fnatic. My God, they just won their duels. This is actually what it looked like on Train yesterday to finish off their massive battle versus the Ninjas in Pajamas. Uh-oh.
Oh, dear.
Flusher He's lost his life, he's lost himself the rifle, and I already have a feeling, a sneaking feeling. FaZe could be doing it with Deagles, coldzera, Nico.
Not like this.
They're finding headshots
Not another one, Chad.
all over the map. This could be the third.
3 in a game.
It's not even a partial buy, it's an eco. They've got no armor. It's Deagles only, and another kill's been found.
No.
coldzera, he might have found the killing blow that ends it all here, as Crims will be left in a 4 versus 1. They know exactly where he is. coldzera's got the Krieg, and Broken to close things out. 16-8. A clinic has been put on Mirage here by FaZe. They're looking incredibly sharp.
You get first in stage 2 groups, you're in the grand final.
That's quite the buy. That's not a semi-final, as we often see. No, straight to the grand. And Olof, he's looking for a grand start as well. He's actually going to smoke his teammate off and bait. That's hot. I like this. This could pay dividends if coldzera does something. Instead, Brolin's done everything. And now Rain, with his element of surprise, is having a mare!
What's he done?
Brolin's on for 3! He's got himself potentially the ace. He's already cleaned up. Didn't find a single head from the bait of Olof. And this is going awry. Brolin wants the ace. He wants the last headshot. Crims will steal it. And Fnatic open up with a bang.
Grenades towards this ground position, but Golden has been found through the wooden boards. Nico will get the spam through. Zera's happy to hold the rifle. They've got a smoke as well. It's not quite perfect, the timing. They can push through this, but they've actually opted against it. Grey screens now. Crims have to lead the way. The flashbang is spot on. coldzera can mow them down, looking for a third. It doesn't matter. He cleans up right now because they've got a 5 versus 1. Brought up with the last player here as FaZe find a very convincing round that all started with a wall bang from Nico.
Tendencies of FaZe are concerned, but now it's Brolin's chance. The Krieg is not going to strike. That will be dropped. Olof is going to do his absolute best to get on over there and pick it up, and he will. Through, but Crims here with that scout. He's going to hit an absolute banger onto Rain. That was huge. And now that their backyard defenders dropped on back, it does look like it's going to be A, but there's always a chance to pivot, and there's Brokey on the flash of Nico, finds the opener.
Olofmeister is ready and waiting. He has no utility, but he does have the big old Krieg in hand, and now looking to gun them down. They're focusing towards Short and Monster. He's ready and waiting, but he whiffs to first. To be honest, the scope actually hinders him, to be honest with you. They just need to deny this plan if possible. Crims defending with the scout. I don't think that will be enough unless he hits the headshot. It comes through, the bomb's down, and it's now down to the 1 versus 1. This is actually kind of insane. How Crims even hit that shot, the scout, I'll never know. We do have a Molotov for the bomb here. As soon as it's touched, he will be deploying the Molotov itself. But Brokey ready for it, but still can't take down the master. Flash out will actually come out on top.
Look at Rain. My God.
Brolin,
he's checking the core. Yes, he is.
Oh my God.
A nasty way for Rain to go. So much power feeling in his position. Brokey now going to get a little nervous, realizing that the A site could be vulnerable. He needs to get this and get back to the site. There's a huge gap, and JW is looking to exploit it.
Well, he knows exactly where Brokey is at this point, so he's not even worried about that. He's actually going to be focusing towards A, trying to set himself up behind enemy lines. Dead. And yeah, JW, he's done enough here. You can see there was no way he could predict that. Perfect move from JW, and it could be the perfect round. They've got a completely open A bomb site here. C4 to be planted, and it's a 4 versus 3. FaZe with no choice but to save 3 M4s. They even don't, they've got a flashbang at the very top end. That's it. They have to save these weapons. But you're on the CT side, bear in mind. Everything you've actually planned for this particular encounter has fallen apart. And now you're pressing the emergency button. You're hoping you can actually dig yourself out of your grave at this point, as coldzera does fend off flush.
Look how strung out just for individual duels there. There's nobody near Golden on the T side that can help him trade. He's going in on his own here to hopefully hold them at B, so they can hit the A side.
He wasn't expecting such a passive hold, though. Started perhaps saying something open here on B, and now into the stack they could end up, already with long control as well. A flank from Toilets imminent from Nico. They are just completely and totally coerced into the Brokey or a missed Molotov. It's all going absolutely splendid for FaZe Clan. Brokey, he could win this round before the flank even arrives.
Finally, a bit of good news here for FaZe. They get their second, a 9-6 half would still be fine. Here we go, Nico.
Okay, Nico wants to level the odds early. Quick frag, and it's on Brolan. That's quite the scalp to take, considering the map and the team. No more of their Krieg genius, and Brokey's managed to catch JW's toilet antics. Rain bringing the fight. FaZe finding the answer is aggression to the Fnatic T side.
Just about gets away as well there. They're spamming towards that connector, but it is a 4-on-2 in favor of FaZe. Flusher and Golden. Time is running out, so is their economy. This could be a 9-6 half. What a turnaround from FaZe. Looked like they were done for, but maybe they still are. Golden. Great shot towards Olofmeister.
Flusher has to silently approach short. No, the patience. Flusher, the patience of a saint. He waits it out, and Rain just comes on back. He gets a little too anxious. coldzera, however, his aggressive stance is going to completely catch them unawares. We've seen this work so well from Almeza in the past. Now it's Golden on the side, does catch the Brokey drop. That was such a risk. With the P250, though, he saved
it's
today.
flashy. Maybe this
a dangerous
is the
prospect, and this could be it. There's the smoke towards heaven already. Do we have any more grenades behind it? Yes, it looks like a full commitment. Might as well be it, boys. You're going to have to go for it. It's the final round. They've taken a lot of damage towards short, but here comes a flash. This will be the commitment now. One more to do it, and in they go. Crims to lead the way. 4
flashes, but FaZe are playing so passive. That should give them an advantage, considering they're nowhere near the barrels. Brollan has dropped. And Olof's lingering in the smoke. Nico will eliminate the most aggressive threat now. He can focus his attention on that monster. Bullets into the smoke. The bomb's yet to be going down. It will be the job of Golden. He is now making the digits go in, and Olof's in trouble. Flushes UMP, keeping things competitive as is Brokey's up. Will swap for the M4 on the advance. Golden closing the gap. He'll get himself in graffiti. That's a problem for none other than Nico. Where's the smoke? There is one on Nico. In fact, there's 2 smokes. Why is that not out of Brokey's hands? Because he's fumbling with UMP bullets of Flusher. Nico making a lot of noise. Golden should collect this. We're looking at a 10-5 half here, unless... Ooh, he checked it, but Golden confirms it. Double digits, Fnatic.
Everyone's at a world-class level and looking to perform, and FaZe are going to have to do just that in the second half. They had a slow start on their CTFR, and this is their first goal for Brokey. That's not bad. The Glock can do enough. They're looking for a triple. The hat-trick doesn't come through, but the third kill will. It's going to be a 4 versus 2 as Brolan desperately fights to fend them off at this stage. I don't think he's got enough in the tank as Golden. He will have a lovely shot. Could deny the bomb at this point, but Olofmeister confirms it.
They ate Riddles, and coldzera eats Brollan for breakfast. Look at the angles they're adapting. I don't know if Nico's going to be ready for this, nor Rain. And now the frag does come in. Nico, he's just body shotting them with the Galil. JW's doing everything to keep them out of the sight. A triple kill. He could even find a 4th. It's Flusher to do that. And JW has not done enough because coldzera's in the sight. And a quick lineup and knockdown. 2 Fnatic Skittles fall.
Monster control coming in from Olofmeister with that Krieg. Doesn't nail the shots just yet and takes a lot of damage, but so does Golden down to 3. The Flames will finish him off at the barrels here. Is that their cue to commit? Time will tell. It's Crims, though, one of the masters of the CT side. Rush. We know he can make this one work, and they're aware of it. The Molotov out in his position, and it's actually Olofmeister that might be not making him here. They have no ideas towards the barrel. He's going to buy this time. He's calling right now. Let me work. Let me see what's available. Brolan, though, on the flank. Is Brokey ready for the angle? This is insane. This kill might decide the round. I don't think Brokey's got enough here. It's going to be Brolan that takes him down. But remember, Olofmeister in position. Found Crims towards A. It means there's 2
Brolan's being flanked now. Someone's flanking Brolan.
How?
The flanker has become the flanked. Nico gonna be coming from behind on what looked to be a whirlwind adventure that only Brolan would be attending. Now it seems like Mr. Gamgee has joined Mr. Baggins, and now he's found his bag end.
Almost was enough for the 180. Still a chance for Fnatic, but they do have JW low HP. They probably should, you're right.
Knows what he's looking for on the exit as well, but it's just a little overextended. Just the tip of his nose spotted.
Not the AWP, Chad.
Not what you want to be losing.
Not when you're 5-0 down and they've got all the money in the world. Why would you give that up?
It's not.
Shoot.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Maybe it was clunky. Maybe they bumped each other. Someone didn't hear the call properly, but they've definitely had to change whatever the plan was off the bat here. And, well, Chris is going to push on a flash and gets taken down by Olof. That's a big scout to start things off with.
Oh dear, Fnatic, they're in a prime position with this advantage, but the rotate could be a difficult and tumultuous task. All 3 now going to be charging, knife out, up long.
Towards the bank at this point. Brokey making up his mind. As they move to the bathrooms here, Brolan takes a tick of damage here. That's going to flush him out, and surely he goes down here, so they brought it back to an even kill. Brokey with the P250, if he checks close. And that's a kill. That could be enough now. coldzera will actually patrol the CD steps. They need to get the plant down at this point. Flusher and Golden, they might have done enough here, doing significant damage, and they will close out the round.
It looks like what they were going for last round, that fast B approach once again, and this time they might follow on through. Rain to extinguish the Molotov. The flash is coming over. JW up close and personal with the AWP. He gets the tag off. Back through the molly, he falls.
Jesus.
It was looking like a guaranteed kill there for FaZe, but JW does manage to at least inflict serious damage here. Trickles an aid over, and it lands in the face of Rain there. Perfectly deployed, and they've got a 5 versus 4 here. Fnatic starting to come online after finding their first round by virtue of the pistols in number 21 here. We are going the full distance now.
I don't see a world where Brolan doesn't get a kill in this situation. That is, unless they all continue to group up banana side. They are So now what do you do?
He can backstab them here if they do not check their gaps, but it's going to be a missed orb shot. And here we go, Brolan ready and waiting. That's going to be a nice opening kill towards Brokey with 5 seconds left on the clock here. I don't think they've got a chance. Fnatic have done enough. And there we have it, a clean sweep towards the end. All 5 players survive on the Fnatic side.
Brolan spots them, but chooses not to engage. That corner smoke will hold the line, or make holding the line difficult, but Brolan doesn't think so. He goes for the aggressive fight, and that's cost him his life. It could very well cost him the creep.
With 20 seconds remaining, what's the final play? I think it's just down to Rain to make his way through. Hasn't got a helmet, remember. Makes him very squishy to the M4s. He did a lot of damage here. 10 seconds remaining in the 2 versus 2, but Nico, he's super low at this point. But can he find the most important kill? Apparently not, but JW, he'll close things out. It comes down to a 1 versus 1, but Fnatic have found map points. JW looking to close things out in style here, boys. AWP has been removed, dropped in the fountain. Sure, wallbang potential there as well, and we'll see if it connects. It certainly does. That's not bad at all. Very well played.
Flusher has rotated off.
Yeah, the genius of that play as well. The spam is doing damage and masking the footsteps of Rain as he opens the door as well, so that was very, very well done.
I don't think Rain's quite going to catch them. He's just a little too far behind. He's got a good idea there long. Knife out now, actually. Maybe 1. He's making so much noise. He does! Oh, nearly 2! Nico and Rain will fall at the end.
4 would do it for FaZe to get the full reset. It's unlikely, but he's got to focus on a round-by-round basis at this stage.
Another
and
opening.
Brokey's certainly doing that. He has found the first opening.
This is exactly where he does his best work, but note the pause from FaZe. That smoke's only going to last so long, and JW's going to be... Oh, he's caught Rain. He was not expecting that. I don't think anyone was. And now the 2 CTs. He's even landed the wallbang. Olaf should be in so much trouble. Finally, Brolan hits the shot. Another one, though, coming back for FaZe. 30 seconds. JW's just thriving in the chaos on that site. But a 1 versus 2 as the dust settles and JW finally loses his life.
Yeah,
Golden's flank.
He wins this. We'll get this first kill, no problem, and Nico's already low. Flashbang goes over. I think we might be done here with 10 seconds remaining. He'll have to go for the bankside plan. It means that we can get very, very close indeed, knowing there's an HP advantage here, but he is up against Nico. Flashbang dropped. Massive advantage for Golden. Should be done here.
Has to be such a first perfect shot from Nico, and Golden's done it. Fnatic, they secure their map pick. It's Inferno, ladies and gentlemen. We're going all the way. I wouldn't want it any other way. Stage 2 starts with a full 3-map affair. 4-man mid-hold from FaZe Clan. Smoked off on quad side. They could boost on the step. They're going to. And actually jumping through the smoke. Rain will greet them. coldzera's there as well. They may not be ready for him. Rain has managed to do some superb work, finding a double kill. But the chaos, as it all calms down for a moment, favors Fnatic. Into the site, Nico will tap away, just trying to chip away at anyone on the short cross, but it will not happen. This duel from Olaf is everything, and he did catch a bullet from Golden already.
Yeah, that should be it at this stage. Olaf Meister with just 3 points of health. The Glock just needs to land a bullet in his general direction. Nico will fight for his life here, but it looks like he might be out of time and space. He still has an incendiary and a chance to take Golden down, but the positioning will be too strong, and it will be Fnatic with a lovely pistol approach there.
Now, I want to make sure everybody understands. Stage 2, we got the best teams in the world. Hold up, I better hold that thought. The banana aggression comes on in. Rain, can he find another? The damage is done. The trade will come out. Crusher doing his best with the UMP.
How does he survive all the time? It's unbelievable. And he doesn't get away with it. No, Nico will find him.
But look at this. Look at the space they capitalized on A when they knew it was 3 banana. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're right. JW now can be an absolute nuisance. He sits in spawn, but coldzera seems to be aware of it at least. Looking towards Library. This is a key duel now. The Creek should come out on top, which it does. Now Library. 1 flash, sits a half wall here. Very vulnerable. He should be able to get the first, but Crims is just too quick. Flashbang's not amazing, but the smoke will do. Makes his way across, knowing Nico is very likely to be the anchor of the B bomb side. 4-0 should be on the board here, no problem.
Okay.
Nico's had his belt completely wrong, but he still stands his ground. Why are you still fighting? Nico, full, firm belief. He holds down Banana single-handedly. Brolan, this lurk is now going to become the spearhead of the assault, and they're playing 2 balcony. We've seen FaZe do this before.
Have you ever cleared corners as meticulous as this kid? As I say that, he clears the most glaringly obvious one of the balcony, trying to find a gap there with his own smoke. It's taken out. Now it's just Crimson a 1-on-5. It is coldzera. My eyes are getting worse, boys, I tell you.
Well, Crims, he'll be taken away.
Somebody is having to swallow 50 damage before the bullets even start getting fired. Look at JW just narrowly missing out on the rotation from coldzera there. And the duel, Brokey was holding short. Now a gap has been formed. He's been having a bit of a nightmare so far, the young AWPer. coldzera playing the off angle, hoping to exploit this. As the smoke fades, he does catch a glimpse, but Golden gets the better of him. JW missing his shot gives Olof another lease of life, only for a moment before JW gets that close quarters AWPing complete. And so is the round. It will just be a matter of time now. The CTs are going to be gathering over towards B, bomb being delivered towards A as we speak.
Rain, Brokey going for the same maneuver, same flash over the top, NiKo to provide it, but they're much closer this time. It won't be as effective, but the AWP shot will be. This swing comes round, 2 kills found, and there's going to be NiKo just mowing them down. The Kree, 3 players here, could be enough.
Yeah, NiKo's just managed to make this round winnable. He might just be winning it single-handed. A third now added to the kill tally. A perfect read from Crims and a great tap away at the head.
He can win these.
They're taking their time. Very patient. Bomb's about half gone here. Crims yet to have to move from his hidey hole, but that's the nade. So now down to just 47. They can't assume it's clear, surely. Smoke on the bomb. Olof to tap it. In fact, Olof's holding it. And Crims is spray. It's a bit wild. coldzera will trade. Has he got enough time?
He's got it.
Oh, if he didn't find the bomb in time, it could have been a bit close, but he does. He didn't have a kit there. He picks it up all off his corpse at that point, but that was so well played from Crims. He throws that same smoke when he feels danger from the Coffers position, but able to look above the T side. Smoke's going down, and they do have another round here. It will be very aggressive towards the banana area. The wall bang comes through as Golden goes down.
They are going to continue their advance. The smoke's going to make Olof's support more difficult, but he just jumped straight through. They weren't expecting that from Brawl, and they had absolutely no idea. Still, the numbers favor FaZe, but part of me has a feeling, a sneaking suspicion, JW and Crims are not done with this round. Just jump up onto Graveyard, smooth move from Pit, and they've managed to level it out after a double opening kill in favor of FaZe.
See if he can get up on that first box. That's what he did yesterday as well, with a Molotov about to be deployed towards short. Is the jump up? Oh, it doesn't even need it. That's right. 2-on-1 for Crims now.
Oh, but Crims is not going to have to move. It's just an aim duel, and NiKo's won it.
Matter of timing if Olof's going to catch him in the back. Just look at this. Pivoting around the pillar, he didn't see him.
Didn't see him. There's knives available, Chad. Multiple knife kills here.
No, he's just going to get the money. He's going to farm the cash.
Multiple knife kills. Multiple knife kills.
$3,000, baby. One. No, I'm going to get a second.
Let's go.
That is so good.
They might still lose the round. Hold on.
No.
They're going A.
No.
Okay.
Two. No.
To apartments, Brolin and Crims. It's a potent duo.
Certainly is, but they're not expecting an off angle like that from Cold. He's only good for one, and Olof isn't good for anything. Thankfully, Brokey's managed to claw one back. He's rotated early to A to back them up.
They could fall back to B. They haven't even fully committed to this.
Through the initial choke point, this is where things get a little bit more complicated here. He won't be able to deny them access, but maybe he can get the first kill, but he doesn't get it cleanly. He does damage towards JW, but gives up his position. Flusher, though, missing the shot towards
Crucial
CT
kill.
spawn.
That bomb will be planted, though, unless the construction... Yeah, exactly. JW's aware of it. And NiKo's actually stopped it from Banana. Closed the gap, made it impossible for JW, given the time, given the pressure from NiKo. Double kill from him and Brokey.
Will be picking straight up towards spawn here. Nade's coming through. There was a chance of the collab there, but he'll have to settle with just one.
He has, yep, and he will just get caught on the boost. No smoke CT, going in dry, and Brolin, he likes that gap. He exploits it. The fact there's no smoke means he can take those fights and already manufacture a 2-man advantage. There's nothing Olof and Brokey can do. They're on A still at this point.
There's not even just opening kills in their favor. It's trades back and forth. They play these mid-rounds so well.
Yeah, I mean, it just must be suffocating. Fortunately, Golden did not account for the rain. Deagle, the broken Brokey AWP. He does shut down Flusher. It's far from over, but it could be if Crims gets caught by a USP like that. Gosh. Warning shots fired, but backing away now and re-smoking. Rain on the flank, it's huge. Crims with a knee-jerk reaction, actually finding the head of Rain, but the round reaches its logical conclusion. We see 13 go to the way of FaZe Clan, keeping that gap and sealing it up a little bit. Him off guard, but saying he won't doesn't mean it's not going to happen. NiKo does tuck in on Nubox. Flushers managed to commit towards B. They've changed their plan. Rain actually fell, I believe, to his own molly there. Have to double check that. JW got the assist. NiKo, though, he is just sitting in the new box smoke, and Fnatic is coming for him. They will find him eventually. JW makes sure of that. AWP now in this kind of afterplan, it could get scary if that bomb goes down uncontested, and it will. Flashes, all of the CTs are coming from CT, and JW's about to have an aim duel, and maybe some more than just one. Back into new box. Pressure on Flusher, not for much longer as he does win the duel.
Yikes, this one has fallen apart. The AWP chat is dead on. As soon as that's picked up in this sort of scenario, they are done for. Olofmeister has a chance to pre-fire towards the pool position here, and he'll probably get this first kill, but then takes a lot of damage for it. Flashbang remains. He has no idea where JW is. He does think his new box is. You can see him panicking now, shrinking as the Glock we brought out to finish things off.
I think it was there were 1v1 situations. It's been very back and forth. These rounds have been close. Both teams are broken here in the final stages. 6 is the best that FaZe can do, and Nico, well, he wants it. He kicks it off with the opening onto Golden. Will take a nade for his trouble.
We're seeing Rain up towards CT spawn at this stage. Incendiary in hand. Brokey gets smoked off as well. He pulls the trigger. There is a kill available to him. They drop everything they've got. Is this the full commitment from Fnatic? It definitely is. And the MAC-10 Molotov combo somehow comes out on top. There still is a sniper available here. Brokey, he does not nail in the shots today. And he'll have to pull back and wait for the rest of his teammates.
Yeah, you know, his teammates describe him as somewhat of a... Oh, that's a catch from Flasher. He might even get another. But they describe him like fallen. He's aggressive, AWPing through the smoke. That's exactly the kind of play you would expect from an AWPer of that caliber, an AWPer of that skill. But Brokey just didn't quite connect the shot this time. It is getting problematic. This is the last round of our last map's first half. Olof and Brokey. Make it just Brokey. He does get met by the JW AWP, and he's been meeting a whole lot of people over the course of that first half.
Honestly, it should be an epic finish, regardless of what happens here.
Fingers crossed. Fast up with the flashes. Golden, so good. Just 2 taps of his USP, and for some reason, they have no idea about Brolan.
Fnatic are 3 rounds away from picking up the first win within stage 2. Hugely important here. If you can top the group, you go straight through to the grand final. Yeah,
and not only that, but let me list the competition that they'd be going up against. Other than the win versus FaZe, FaZe, of course, versus Fnatic, you've got Mouse, OG, Na'Vi, Astralis rounding out this group. It is ridiculous, and therefore every victory holds a whole lot of weight in the outcome. Of course, an Undual route to the grand final bye. Top of the 16th round robin. Can secure you a spot in the grand finals. Already bloodshed on Banana. Flusher's pulling out the AWP. You don't get to see this one too often.
Brokey and Nico. Well, not much else to talk about here. Nico especially has been sent packing by Flush's AWP. Less than a minute on the clock, 47 seconds to be exact at this stage, as we will have a bit of Arch activity. This is down to the individuals, chat. This is down to whether coldzera can find some of that magic on Inferno. He always had to back in the SK days. This is where he would shine.
Perfect weapon for the job here, but if that's going to take up all of his attention, maybe he wouldn't be ready for JW, but there it is. They're low on HP.
And B9 swing.
How is he so brave with that? Unbelievable stuff from Brolan. He is going to be checked, and oh, wow, he actually gets both of them.
He's even going to get the Krieg.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to sour the mood in the FaZe camp. That Galil's not going to get them too far. Olof's going to give it his best shot. And Nico Deagle is impressive and scary, though. And, ooh, one on the cross, met by Flusher. That's the bomb, and he's even got both. It's just getting from bad to worse now. That should be 15 for Fnatic. So much fun to play for these remaining 2 players. coldzera, however, clawing one back, and a bit sketchy from Golden. Could cost him his life and his M4. Does well to take one out of the equation, and JW does do the final subtraction.
I did say that. I was tweeting it. I was on Instagram. You know, I've been on all the social media platforms.
I've enjoyed it.
Shouting
but I
it from the rooftops.
That would be quite right.
I think I got confused because the next game we have coming up is Astralis taking on Na'Vi.
That's maybe what happens here. Well, JW brings it back to a 4-4. That is going to be an excellent game. Astralis, Na'Vi. Ooh, suits you. We are going to see now a 4-4 ensue. Flusher taken down to 30, but he sits in the smoke still. They'll probably give up with their assault, but apparently they know exactly where he is.
The T's have to come to him, and he does manage to just chip away at the FaZe health pool. A nice smoke deployed should buy him some time, and his teammate time. You can see that Crims is still trying to make the decision as to whether or not he needs to rotate. JW has not asked for help. Brolan is, though. Does behead coldzera, gets some contact on towards A. Fnatic have managed to equalize.
With all that room that coldzera just was able to take, even though he couldn't find the kill, that's enough for FaZe to change their route back over towards the A bomb site. But they're going to over-rotate. They cleared top mid, and that's bad information. They both left the site.
Oh, wow. So, knee-jerk reaction. Brolan's going to head back in time to what he's kind of realized their mistake. And he has managed to at least get in spot to contest the short cross. But wow! Brokey, that's an influential frag. He may very well have just won them the round.
I think he might have done.
Still need another 9 on the trot just to take this one to overtime. It's going to be a very, very tall task here as JW finds the opening. coldzera goes down again. Olof takes a chunk of damage. FaZe, they need some miracles.
Yeah. Do you believe in miracles, Chad? You sexy thing. Flusher does actually manage to find the frag with Olof's just with the flames alone. And Flusher perhaps going to find the necessary final frags. One more will do it. And Fnatic will not quite confirm it. Golden does, though. Trades it off. We have a victor in the opening match of Stage 2. The Swedes prevail versus the international superstars. 2-1.